Rosetta and Duke have been mega buffed. Now I know I'm late on this, about like a week late. Better late than never, you know what I mean? But Rosetta and Duke have received some major buffs, which is insane because I wasn't expecting them to even buff them. And to be honest, it's a little bit weird because Lily and JP, Simon just came out, and it's like, why go back to season 2 KOB to buff them up whenever Simon just released? It really doesn't make too much sense, but hey man, it is what it is. And one of these units I think really needed these buffs, which was of course Duke. Rosetta I didn't think needed the buffs, but from what I've heard from a lot of people, she's practically busted now. And even talking about Rosetta a little bit more, it's still really crazy to me that they even buffed her. People still use this girl like all the time in Magic Nuke comps and everything. The only downside to her ever since like she came out, and especially once of course Juno came out, is that she was type B Archgen, which meaning that she does not stack with other type B Archgen units, which unfortunately means that she does not stack with Juno. My god, if Rosetta and Juno stack with each other, you know how broken that team would be. So we have the Rosetta buffs on screen. Nothing was changed stats wise, nothing was changed equip wise, and nothing was skill wise, but her art was changed to where she now increased the duration of Magia Drive by 30 seconds. And then the true art got changed as well. Her true art is changed now from 22,000 damage to 30,000%. Wait, it was really that low? Before it was for 10 seconds, but now it's for 15 seconds. You reduce the enemy's water and magic resist by 35%, and then for 25 seconds you increase all allies' arts by 4 per second, used to be 3 per second, and that's actually it for the true art buffs. Her true weapon ability actually got changed as well. The skill is still the same as it is right now in global, but now the ability is when equipped by Rosetta, you increase arts by 1, which was the same, increase Magia Drive duration by 20 seconds, which is still the same thing on global, but now you also increase arts by 50 when entering Magia, which is really freaking good. That's actually not bad whatsoever, because if you don't know about Rosetta, what her whole gimmick is that the art gauge that she gives to her whole allies, she does not give to herself. So that insane 4 arts per second, she doesn't receive that, but Rosetta instead receives 10 arts per second from her Magia Drive ability. Overall, I think these buffs are really good for her. The main downside though is that she's still type B Archgen. I think if they really wanted to go crazy, you would change the Archgen type, but I don't know, man. I think Rosetta and Juno on the same team with each other would be a little bit too busted. But yeah, that's still like the biggest downside to her. And I think she still has her problems. I don't think these buffs necessarily just fix everything about her. And now, oh lord, it's time to talk about the Duke buffs. Let me just say this before I even look at everything. This man needs a lot. There's a lot of stuff with Duke that is wrong, that is just trash. I hope to God that they gave him a lot of stuff, because Duke was hyped up. I tell a story every time I talk about Duke, but Duke was hyped up so much by the Japanese developers. I'm talking about Yama P, all of them was just like, dude, this guy's gonna break the game. This guy's gonna be absolutely insane. He's gonna be more broken than Vox. Duke comes out and he's just like, oh, he's another breaker. Okay, cool. So I really hope that they make Duke really freaking good, because I love Duke as a character. I love his story, but my god, dude, I hate his unit. I can't stand him. So here we go, the Duke buffs. Nothing was changed stat-wise, nothing was changed slot-wise, but his skill was now changed. So during Magia Drive, it now does 2200% dark damage physical, and then for 8 seconds, you decrease the enemy's break resist by 25% plus increase own arts by 20. Why did he not have this on release? I will never know. You are making a breaker. You know what makes a breaker good. Next Ninja, why would you not give him break resist on release? Nothing was changed with his arts. And then the true art is for 120 seconds you enter Magia, which is still unchanged. And then during Magia Drive, you now deal 38,000% dark damage physical, and then increase own true art's break power by 5% of own true art damage dealt, 9,900 break. This true art really didn't get too much else, but I don't think the true art was necessarily ever a problem. You know what was a problem though was his Magia, and his Magia is actually unchanged. Like, just to put it in perspective here, all right? Duke is supposed to be considered one of the best breakers in the game, which, yes, he is extremely strong as a breaker, but is he one of the best? I don't think so, because Platina, I think, still holds that spot. She can still just insta-break bosses like it's nothing. But Duke is a Blood Knight character. His whole gimmick is that he has a Magia Drive. He has a transformation mechanic, but his Magia is just so lackluster. The only thing it does is increase your arts by 100 when entering it and give you access to that true art. I think if you're making one of the best breakers in the game, you really got to give this man something else. I remember whenever I was recommending buffs for them, I personally said, hey, not only do you give break resist on the skill, give him 50% break power on his Magia. He's supposed to be a breaker, why not do that? Or give him damage or something to synergize with his kit, because the more damage he deals, the more break damage he deals. So why not just give him something that's increasing his damage, increasing his attack? Just give him something more offensive than just art gauge increases. Compared to the other Magia Drive abilities, this is literally the worst out of them all. But one thing that is really cool, not only did they get buffed, they also got brand new equipment for both Rosetta and Duke in their events, which is actually kind of crazy. So let's talk about Rosetta's new equip, which is a 5-star support equip. This has a skill of a 40-second cooldown. For 20 seconds, you increase the user's art gauge by 3 per second, and then for 10 seconds, you increase all other ally water damage by 40%. To be honest, this skill has definitely some use in certain nuke comps, I want to say, especially if you're using this on someone else. I think the main downside to it is that it's just not an AoE archgen item. If this was AoE archgen item plus an AoE attack damage item, apart from like yourself receiving the damage, my god, this thing would be probably busted. But still, I think it's overall pretty solid. And then also we got a new thing from Duke's event, which is his 5-star physical, which is his cape, is a 35-second cooldown, 3,500 dark damage physical. For 10 seconds, you increase user's damage by 20%, and if used during the break state, you increase damage by an additional 60%, break 3,000, which, to be completely honest, this is probably going to be one of the best items to have for Duke, especially on the low cooldown, like 35 seconds. Dude, this is going to be used everywhere on him. So whenever this guy finally comes out to global with this and you have Duke, or you just want a really strong break nuke guide, absolutely get this, because this is just insane. Also, just to, you know, kind of make it a little bit hurts me a little bit more every time I say it, but JP also got mines. Global ain't getting mines anytime soon. They got a new equip, which is B3's elite equip, and it's trash. But hey, and that's it for all the buffs that are coming to JP. Well, actually, I think they're already out because yeah, I'm kind of dumb. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought this got announced like 2 days ago, but then I looked at it and I was like, holy crap, this thing got announced like a week ago. So yeah, crazy buffs for Duke and Rosetta. They'll definitely help out the characters, but they won't make them overly broken, I don't think. The new equips, I think, are some that I'm more hyped about than anything. And yeah, tell me down below what you guys think about these changes and all that. You think they're good? You think they're bad? You think they don't do anything to the game? Tell me down below. But guys, thank you all for coming out again. It's been your boy P. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, man, don't forget to drink water.